Okay, dear friends, I'm back. This time I'd like to do the machine of Previse on the Hackthebox again. Although I've already done it earlier, but I think this vulnerability or EAR vulnerability just displayed over here, execution after redirect, is the first time I ever met during my presentation. So I think it's worth to do it again. In my personal view, I think the best way to learn is practicing, which is the same for you. Okay? So enough said. Let's just get started again. As usual, this is the map scanning, and the target doesn't have much open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH surface, and also the actual version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP surface. So I think from the map scanning itself, we cannot get any hint for further step. So I think now we need to launch our browser to make manual immigration for this application. I mean the web application. I've already launched the browser, and let's put the IP address of the target into the browser. As you can see here, we are required to provide the login information with the username and password. Of course, we can try like admin and admin login, but invalid username or passwords. Also, you can try if this login exists, or we can use the login bypass technique to bypass the authentication. But failed in this case. Also, you can intercept the request and use the SQL map to make more detailed test to see whether there is SQL injection vulnerability. But I can tell you, we cannot find such vulnerability. Next, of course, you can also check the source code of this page, but nothing special here. And also we can check whether the target or the site has a robots file. Not found. So now I think we need to use some tools to make automatic immigration like Nicto. Nicto can reviews rich information, not only the web application itself, but also like common files or directories. Even sometimes will give us the vulnerability information, which we can utilize. But in this case, the node page will be redirected to the login page, PHP. We have already know that. And also there is config PHP file. We can access this file manually, config PHP. But the page is empty. So what can we do now? Of course, I'd like to quit from it, and now we can use the GoBuster dir to do some directory immigration. And the word list, I'd like to use the dirbuster as our word list to enumerate. directory, and the extension option like PHP, HTML, TXT, like that. Let's press enter. Yeah, immediately we got some files like login. We already know that, right? And also files, but this one would be redirect to the login file or page. And also this one, I think most of enumerated files or pages will be automatically redirect to the login. But I think one thing which we need to pay attention is that the size. Although, yeah, normally we get a response code as 302, and the size will be not very big. But here, yeah, very big response, I mean in size. And also the size is a bit different. So I think we need to use the Burp suite to make more detailed analysis to see what's going on. So I'd like to interrupt the process of directory enumeration, and then let's go to our browser, and we can launch our Burp suite. Next, start up. Of course, also we need to set the proxy to be Burp, so all traffic, including request, will be going through the Burp suite. But as I mentioned during the directory enumeration, the responses for different pages are suspicious. So not only we need to analyze the request. Normally, for us, we just analyze the request. But in this case, we also need to analyze or intercept the response and analyze the response. Okay? So this is the very important point I like to point out for you. So we need to modify the options in the proxies. Yeah, I'd like to forward anyway. We need to set options and intercept server response. Yeah, we need to enable intercept response based on the following rules. Now we can go back to our browser and trigger a new request. Right? Let's hit enter. And I think the Burp suite has already got the request. Yeah, request now. It's alright. We just forward. But the response, as you can see, yeah, the 302 means redirect. And will be redirect to the login PHP. But besides the login PHP, you can see the HTML code below or in the body. Actually, we got the correct or the whole HTML code. As you can see, as we scroll down, yeah, like accounts, PHP, and even include the menu. Yeah, also the file. So I think we need to do some manipulation. We can force the browser not to redirect to this one, because so far we have already got what we want. I mean the response. So how to do it? What we need to do is just change the status code to the 200, means successful, right? I think you are familiar with the different status code of the HTTP response. And the description part would be okay. So now we can forward Yeah, as you can see, we got what we want. Now we can go to the accounts and to create a new account. And go back to our Burp suite. And then we got the request. Yeah, request is okay. It's fine. We just forward this request. And then we can get the response. Again, here, the response, the stats code is still 302. But similarly, in the body, we have already got the correct response. For example, like form. Yeah, the form. So, in other words, we can submit, we can fill in the form, the different fields inside this form and submit. And then we can create a new account. I think I have already made it clear. So similarly, we need to manipulate the response code. That is change 302 to 200. And the font, we can let it to be okay. Then forward. As you can see, only admins should be able to access this page. And the usernames and password must be between blah 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 characters, so we can generate our username like Jason or Bob, whatever. And the password can be 1 2 3 4 5 6, longer than 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then we can create user. This is the accounts PHP, and create user. I think Burp suite will get the request, and I think this information we need to submit to the accounts.php and forward. Again, we need to, we do not want the browser to make another redirect. I think the vulnerability of the EAR or execution after redirect lies in the problem. There is some code running at the background. Normally, in the normal circumstance, when the code want to redirect to another location like this one, and the next code should be to quit the program. But however, because this program is not written properly, no quit or exit a code following the redirection. Why? This is why we got, not only we got the redirect response, in the body we got the whole body, contains a whole or entire content. So we can modify again. I think I've already explained it clearly and fully. Okay, and let's forward. The username, I think now we have already successfully created new account. We can try that, turn off, and we can access this one, Bob. If not successful, we need to do it again. Login, but invalid. Sorry about that. We need to do it again. So I think we can use like Bob1 and the username must be 5 to 32 characters. So we need to use different username. Sorry about that. I didn't notice this information earlier. So we can Bob 1 2 3. I think so. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. And 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now this time should be working well. create user. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and now we can, yeah, we do not need use the Burp suite. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Login. Yeah, as you can see, we successfully log in as the user Bob 1, 2, 3. What we have created. Okay, so now we can use or access different functions like files. Yeah, there is one uploaded files. The zip file we can download to our own machine, and we can move it to our working directory to Previse, and then yeah, we can list the files, and we can unzip site back, list all files of this directory. It looks like these files are the source code of the site. For example, we can cat the config PHP. Yeah, I think this file is used to connect to database, and the username is root. We can make a note of this information onto our notebook. I have already done that earlier. And of course, there are also some other files. Also, we can know from the link. As you can see, this is the account file, and the files file, and the manage menu, website status, and the log data. Of course, in these files, the most interesting file, it should be ones which contains valuable to allow user or client to submit value, right? For example, we can cat the file logs file PHP, and this one, yeah, this one we do not need to. We cannot submit value to the server. Just download the page itself. But here, as you can see, the action URL is logs.php. So we need to cat PHP. This file should process the data which is submitted by the user or client. Okay? As you can see, yeah. And here, output, and has one function, execute. It means that it can execute the command, the Linux command, and we can pass the parameter and this one. So I think at this point we have already got the idea how to exploit this one. We can use the like end or comma as delimiter to inject command. Okay, so let me demonstrate it here, and this page should be the log data, and we need to open inspect 2, and here. So as you can see, yeah, we will submit this form to the logs.php file, and we can, of course, you can select any option. Just yeah, this is the select tag. So we can manipulate here, put double ent symbol, and run the command or reverse command bin bash, and the target IP address and the port number. But before we submit this form, we need to set up the listener first. Sudo. I think this video will be going a bit long. I hope you understand why I do this way. Enter. Now we go back to our browser and let's submit. And then go back to our terminal. As you can see, connection from the target. Of course, this is not very friendly. We can spawn the bin bash by Python pty module spawn bin bash. Yeah, this is much better. And then we need to do some local immigration. We can go to the home directory, and there is one user, and this one user, we can make a copy right onto our notebook. Yeah, paste in here in case we need this information later as we move forward. And we can go inside this directory and list. But at this moment, or so far, we don't have permission to retrieve the user flag. Okay? So what can we do now? We need to make lateral movement to this user. And of course, you can upload like a NumPy shell script, something sort. But as always, because we have already got the database collection credentials, it's so certain that we need to log in into the database to see whether we can dump data from the database. Let's do it now. We can use the MySQL root and the password. We can copy the MySQL database password and paste in here. And then we can show databases. Show databases. And we can use Previse because other databases are default ones. And then we can show tables. And of course, we are interested in accounts table. We can select from accounts. Okay, there are two users. Yeah, the combinations of username and password. This one is the user what we created just now. We do not need to take into consideration. It looks like very similar or the same as the system user. I've already made the copy, right? So I think the password, we need to crack the password because in many cases, the password would be reused by the user. And how to, but sorry, before we try to copy this encrypted password, we need to make some conversion or encoding because this one there is some symbol or emoji. So we can use the base64 function to encode the data. Let's do it. Select capital 1 will be better to base64 and password. And from accounts table, and where ID equal 1. Oh, ID 1, not Q. Sorry. And we made the paste 1. Yeah, we have already encoded that password. So then we can, because this will be safer, and we can copy, and we can open up another tab, echo, paste in here, and then we can tunnel to base64 and decode option, and write to hash file. Okay, then we can use the Hashcat. Of course, we can use the help function, and we need to specify the mode. The mode should be 0. Yeah, attack mode So how many? Of course, a Hashcat supports different attacking modes. Let's scroll down. Yeah, straight. So we can use this one rather than compilation or brute force. So let's do it. Hashcat 0, and the hash type is MD5 5000, and the type is the hash and hash file, and the word list. I'd like to use the log queue. Let's hit enter. Because I've already done this crack earlier, so the Hashcat has cache. So we just use the show command to display the password. Yeah, this one. So then we can make the copy, and copy to, I've already done that earlier. Then we can copy or log in to the target via SSH, right? But the username, I cannot remember it. So I like the way of copying and pasting. And the target IP address. Okay, and we can copy the password, and then we can paste in here. Yeah, we did. And we can check ID, and then we can get the user flag, right? No problem. And also, of course, we need to do some local immigration to elevate our privilege. After all, our objective finally is our ultimate objective is to get the root shell and retrieve the root flag. Okay? And to do this, we need to make some immigration. One of them is sudo. And we can paste the password again. Yeah, we can run this shell script without supplying the password of a root user. But first, we need to take a look at what this shell script is about. We can cat, and we can copy this path. Yeah, we always make sure to store logs. So I think we'll run the gzip. I think you know the gzip of the Linux, and we'll do the zip for the access log to this file. But the problem, what this file or this shell script lies in this one, the gzip command. This gzip command doesn't use the absolute path. In other words, we can manipulate this one to our purpose. So we can go to the temp directory to create our own gzip, touch gzip, and then we can write or use the reverse shell command to get root privilege. And we can maybe we can use the Vim editor. Yeah, Vim editor is there, so I can Vim gzip, Vim bash, and we can, of course, you can get from the Pentest monkey. But I've already made a copy of this one, this command, and go back to our terminal and paste in here, and write and quit. So then, yeah, we need to add the executable to this our own gzip file. Also, we need to modify the path variable to include our current directory or temp directory into the path variable. Okay, and the path. Okay, I think I already prepared all things. But before we run sudo or this shell script, we need to set up the listener or another listener by different port number. And now we can go back to this shell and run sudo, and we can make a copy this path, run it. Now go back to our, we have already got a new collection, and from the banner we can know we are root user, and we can navigate to root directory. Then we can retrieve the root flag without any problem. This is the, I'd like to mention again, this is the second time I do this machine of this one machine. Previse. But why I do this? I just want to explain the involved processes as much clear as much possible. As clear as possible. Sorry, again. So that's pretty much it. I hope you can enjoy, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. Also, if you like, you can share my channel and or video to other friends. Okay, so bye. Have a nice day.